afternoon, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bull Moose Bubba here on the afternoon of Friday, October 23rd, 2020. Sitting in for Paul Harvey this afternoon. Stand by for the rest of the story. Well, Mr. Herman Webster Mudgitt was born in 1861. And he is an interesting character. He tried a lot of things and nothing worked out for him. He went to a lot of different universities and started to study medicine. He went to Wisconsin, tried to study there, didn't make it there, went to minor universities there, ended up at University of Michigan. Studied medicine. He finally got a graduate degree from the University of Michigan. 1884, I believe. Well, Mr. Mudgitt, he was always bouncing around from state to state. I mean, he was all over the place. Vermont, New York, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois. And he even, in 1888, decided to take a trip abroad to London. Well, he was there for a year, not quite a year. And then he mysteriously came back to the States. Now, the problem with Mr. Mudgitt was that wherever he went, I've read a black cloud always appeared on a poor guy. And he no sooner had started to get there that he hightailed it out of wherever he was. So, it was the case in 1893 when he was already in Chicago, Illinois. He's been there for a while. And he became an entrepreneur and started to build a hotel. Well, in 1893, Chicago held the Columbian World's Fair Exposition. And his hotel was called the World's Fair Hotel, though, according to records, it never opened. It was never used for that. But anyway, suspicions came to him again with a black cloud. And unfortunately for Mr. Mudgitt, after the World's Fair ended in 1893, the suspicion stuck. And he got arrested. And they arrested him for murder of his cohort in crime, they said. So, in 1896, they hung him. Mr. Mudgitt had lived a very interesting life. But wherever he was, people were missing or found dead. And in Chicago, there was a lot of people missing during the World's Fair Exposition in 1893. Well, when they checked this hotel, they found a lot of interesting things to it. And although he admitted to killing a lot of people, he was only convicted and executed for one. And a lot of people in the 20th century wanted to point him as a serial killer, although he never fit most of the parameters of a serial killer based on the 20th century profile. And you think you're ahead of me on this one. You know the rest of the story, right? Well, as most of you have probably gathered, Herbert Webster Mudgitt had a lot of names. Most famously, H. Holmes in Chicago, with not the World's Fair Hotel, but the murder castle, as they used to call it. It had a lot of interesting things in there. He even had furnaces in there that he used to use it for crematory for people when he killed them. Now, if you think that's the rest of the story, you are sadly mistaken, because in the early 21st century, there's been evidence that H. Holmes, otherwise known as Herbert Webster Mudgitt, was the infamous Jack the Ripper. And now you know the rest of the story. Sitting in for Paul Harvey, this is your favorite alien, and Boo Moose Baba. Good day.